So I got something in the mail and I know that it is something thrifted, but I can't remember what. Yes! Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rebecca and I redesign all thrifted items and I show you step by step how to do it. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to take you through a whole day in my sewing studio where I show you everything that I do from when I start until I finish my day of work. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. As some of you guys probably know, I am trying to build my business and I'm trying to navigate where my business is heading. If that is social media content, selling what I make, or taking orders. I'm trying to figure it all out, and as I do it, I really want you guys to follow along because it is a fun journey I want to share with you guys. So today I have on my agenda, I have some social media content that I need to get out. I am planning on making a reel and hopefully I can make a dress during the day. I got something in the mail and I know that it is something thrifted, but I can't remember what. It's been in the mailbox and it's been raining a lot and I haven't checked the mail in a few days, so I can just open it like this. Okay, now I remember. It's really big. Can you believe it? And it also has matching napkins. Wow. This is handmade and it's such a time-consuming project to make this. So it's very worth it to spend some money on this because I'm going to make a very special garment out of this. I'm going to show you something. I don't know if you have seen some of my shorts on YouTube, but I posted a long time ago this dress I made out of an embroidered tablecloth, and it's a similar tablecloth to the one that I received now in the mail, but it's a cream color. So we'll see if I make something similar to that. I have my coffee and I'm ready to get started. So before I can go ahead and start sewing, I had to clean up this mess from yesterday that I didn't clean up before I finished my day. So this is the punishment that I have to start cleaning this now before I can go ahead with my project. I decided that I wanted to transform the embroidered tablecloth that I had received in the mail today, and I want to take you guys through what I actually do when I place the pattern on an hand embroidered tablecloth, because it really has a big impact on how you place the pattern when you are using an embroidered tablecloth. So I'm going to show you what I do and how I place the pattern and what I think about before I cut in the fabric. So for this dress, I wanted to make a half circle skirt, and I have different tutorials on my video explaining you how to do this. So I'm not going to do that right now. But I'm cutting out this pattern, and this is what I use as my guide when I'm placing it on my tablecloth to see how much I need to cut out. And so first I lay out the fabric and I look at the pattern, and then I try it on myself in different direction to see how the pattern naturally looks best. Here you can see a diagonal line going from the corner of the tablecloth. There's two things you need to consider, and the first thing is, do the pattern piece need to follow the grain line? For a center back piece, it needs to follow the grain line. So here I would have to take advantage of this diagonal line, either going diagonal through this part, or I would have to place this pattern another way. I could place this line along the side seam of the dress because that is already on the bias, so that would look naturally. I could also place it on the sleeve because that's not too important to have it on the grain. It will work fine if not. And that is also the second thing you need to consider. Will the placement of the pattern be more valuable than placing it on the grain line? If you get a good placement of the pattern and also follow the grain line, that is of course the best, but not always doable. I like to keep the front very simple because I like to have the drama and the details along the skirt lower edge or on the side of the skirt or on the sleeve, because I feel like it shouldn't be too much focus in the center of your body. That's of course a personal preference, but I like it when the focus is drawing out of your body because it elongates you. So here I have finally figured out how I wanted to cut out all the pieces, and I cut out the biggest pieces first, and that is the skirt part and the sleeve part. And for the side panels and back panels, I can always find something to cut out for that. But the biggest part is most important that you cut out first. You can also go ahead and place the pattern pieces underneath the tablecloth to see how it looks when it's showing through. And of course, I'm filming a day in my work studio, so I needed to film also with my phone to make a reel for my Instagram and for my TikTok channel. So I am doing some filming and moving my lighting as I go. And when I have cut out one part, either a sleeve or a front part, I am finding another place on the tablecloth that is identical to the previous part I just cut out. And then I'm just sewing all the pieces together and sewing it into a dress. And I'm filming a reel as I go and trying things along the way to make sure that everything fits my body nice and snug. I added some lace trim along the edge of this belt for this dress to tie the dress together because there is a lot of crochet details in the dress. And here I'm also trying it one more time. I do a lot of trying during the day because the fit of something you make is so important. And I am just looking at the balance of everything. I hemmed the edge and I also added the lace trim here, and here I just had some bias binding that was very white and it showed through the crochet part, so I just added some strips of fabric underneath to hide it. Okay, so I have been sewing now non-stop since 8:30 this morning. I haven't had lunch because I have been so in the zone, and it's now 2:30, so I'm soon going to pick my kids up in kindergarten. But before that, I want to have a little chat with you guys about the process. This is how far I've come. I have attached the zipper but not the lining, but I have sewed the hem, the cuffs, and pretty much everything except for the lining that needs to be hand sewn down. You know that I love covered buttons, and this dress cannot be without the covered buttons. It's almost my signature now. I kept it very simple in the middle here because I knew that I wanted to have covered buttons all the way down. It's not going to be too much. And that's something you need to balance all the time when you're using secondhand material, especially if you're using embroidered tablecloths, because they have a lot of details in it and they are so lovely that it can be an overkill if you don't know when to stop. I added the lace trim on the bottom and also the lace trim on the cuffs, and I forgot, and also added lace trim around the belt. It adds such a nice touch, and it just ties the dress together with the lace and the crochet. That's why I added the same lace at the bottom of the dress. And I do have a lot of leftovers, and these are super nice to use in smaller projects. It would be very pretty to cut out a small collar for a kid's dress. I save these because it's hand embroidered, and of course I'm going to save it. I'm going to cut some buttons, some fabric for the buttons that I'm going to cover for this dress, just a round shape like this. I have all my buttons here. I found this on eBay and I just gambled when I bought it. It is from India, I believe, but I figured that it looked sturdy and it really does the trick. I should probably oil it. It's an amazing tool. And that's how it makes the perfect covered buttons. I'm not sure if I want to have the big size or maybe an even smaller size. And I'm going to sew them on tonight. And that's what I usually do when I make a garment and I film a tutorial. I have to do the finishing touches in my living room during the evening when my husband and I are watching TV and the kids are in bed. So that's probably what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to cover a whole bunch of buttons and sew them on while I watch TV. I don't know how this type of filming is, if it's more entertaining, because I feel like I need to engage you guys more. I'm struggling to get watch hours, which is very important if you want to be monetized on YouTube, and I'm struggling to get the watch hours up. So I'm planning on making more content about my work situation and how my days are looking. I don't know if that would be more interesting for you guys to watch than just having a tutorial and then there is nothing more. So please give me a feedback on that, because it's very important to me to know how to navigate my channel to get more views and to get more watch hours also, so that I can be monetized on YouTube. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video and hopefully it was entertaining for you to watch. Please subscribe to my channel for more content and leave a comment down below on what you want me to do next. I'll post new videos every Thursday, and give this video a thumbs up. That will help me a lot to reach more people. I will show you the reveal on this dress. That's it for today. Bye!